I'm just going to sit this here right quick. Y'all can pause it and read the whole article if you like. But let's just go down to the bottom. It says pale skin did not become prevalent until about 3,000 years ago. That means that every single human being on this planet at one point were black. They were melanated. And as soon as y'all get that through your thick skulls, there will be no back and forth onto who was here first in the Americas 10 to 20,000 years ago. And of course, before I go any further, this is only for educational purposes only. Do your own research and use your own discernment. Anything I say in the video is based on my own research. This is not misinformation. This is history through another lens. So that means that these people were not these people, and these are two different groups of people. Because y'all would get up here with y'all logic and say that these people turned into these people, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because once again, when they got here in 1492, they described these people: copper-colored, dark complexion, brown skin, swarthy, tightly coiled hair, Negro-like features, from the 1400s all the way up into the 1800s consistently, and these people did not go nowhere because you're looking at their descendants. These people came way after. And another thing, they did not describe these people as being dark complexion because of the sun, because that's another thing you have to run with. You have to say that these people turned melanated into these people because of the sun. You talk about that same sun that these people can't go out today without putting sunscreen on. Don't that same sun turn these people melanin? And don't even say colonization either, because once again, these people popped up about the 1860s. And another thing I noticed y'all like to bring up, y'all like to be like, oh, well, they describe straight hair like a horse's tail or whatever. Yeah, you're right. They did describe straight hair. But let's clock some more tea. Oh, before I even get into that, y'all automatically like to assume that the black woman can have naturally straight hair. But anyway, I already touched on this briefly in the previous video, but our ancestors were straightening their hair thousands of years ago. Where do you think we got it from? It says, while bear grease was highly revered for hair grooming, other materials included raccoon fat and deer marrow. Methodology: the grease acted as a heavy pomade to hold hair in place. Heated sticks, sometimes referred to as straighteners, were used to create specific shapes or straighten curls. Let's keep going. It said they would heat a carefully selected piece of wood or bone over an open flame until it reached a temperature suitable for their needs. This hot implement, often carved into intricate designs reflecting tribal motifs, was then pressed gently against their hair they intended to shape. Pay attention. They would hold a tool over an open flame until it was hot and press it against their hair to straighten and mold it. So yes, they describe both straight, woolly, and tightly curled hair. As Black Americans, this was part of our culture. The hot comb, the blue magic, Dax, all of it. What does that say? Pressing oil? Once again, they said they used bear grease, raccoon fat, or deer marrow. The grease acted as a heavy pomade to hold the hair in place. And then they would take a wood or bone over an open flame until it reached a temperature suitable for styling, and then press gently against the hair. Press gently against the hair. Yeah, that was our shit. And let's just bring some more common sense and logic into the equation. Why would it be y'all putting heat to y'all hair, straightening it, when y'all hair is already straight? So how could y'all possibly think it was y'all? Ask any Black American woman what was in their household growing up. I bet you they'll say a hot comb sitting right there in their kitchen. Do y'all even know what a hot comb is? Did y'all even have one of these in your kitchen? Yeah, so that was passed down to us from our ancestors who had curly, kinky hair, who wanted to maintain and manipulate their hair. So when y'all get up here and say silly things like, oh, we want to straighten our hair to look whitey, y'all sound silly. Because we've been doing that for thousands of years, on top of the fact that the Black women can have naturally straight hair. So yeah, we still use that method still to this day for our hair, our wigs, our edges. That's literally our culture. Not imitation, not appropriation. So yeah, they describe straight hair too, but they forgot to mention that we was the ones straightening it. So just to let y'all know, that knowledge was passed down from our ancestors through generations. The hot comb didn't just appear out of nowhere in the 19th century. It was a modernized version of an ancient practice. And I don't know how much clearer that has to get. Because y'all always like to get up here and be like, oh, what was y'all indigenous culture? That is our indigenous culture. It's Black American culture. That's what it is.